Two successful possessions.
Opening three by Walton's off the mark. Threw it away, though. And a little raindrop that won't fall.
Discombobulate teams.
Called with a nice kick out for the three. Moretti misses. And the rebound off to Northern Kentucky. Tate fouled by Francis. Got it to go.
Late clock. Create. Good answer right here.
Right there.
Yeah. Been two Big 12 player of the year.
He got stronger because he got pushed around a little bit last year.
Yeah.
So that was part of it as well. Missed both free throws.
Already has eclipsed the 1,000-point mark in 2 years. That's some big numbers.
Nice feed in.
Sometimes it takes a little bit to get a little rhythm.
Moretti with a runner off the mark. And now the Norse have got numbers. And a walk takes that away. For three. Got it. 9 for Culver. And another turnover.
On this season, guys.
Well, speaking of big impact, how about Mooney here early with the 2 assists, 2 steals, very aggressive, had the nice stop and pop as well. And there he is picking up
The long passes play into the hands of Texas Tech.
They got to create better angles as well to feed the post, and I think purposeful use of the dribble is going to be a key.
And some of that, his dad's a Baptist minister in Lubbock, right there in Red Raider land, a local product.
Oh, so he was anointed. Culver was anointed early.
Absolutely. Moretti.
And then now they've countered, starting to settle in.
And a chance to tie it this trip. And Owens and Culver both on.
Getting involved, he felt like was paramount. Really like what they did defensively, though, guys, and especially off the glass, holding Texas Tech to 1 shot.
Here is Jalen Tate, the aforementioned, who had 3 turnovers in that first half, so he's got to be a little more careful. That one he got swatted back in his face.
That lowers the center of gravity.
We got the fanny in there.
Yep.
Okay. So we got the incense in the fanny.
Our fannies are going to be Texas Tech. A lead of 8, which matches their biggest advantage in the first half. Where's the offense going to come from for the Norse? Tate rejected. 7-1. Don't put it on the deck.
No, pass out of a crowd. Don't dribble into a crowd.
Tate up off the window. And
Excellent pass over the top by Culver. Really led Tariq Owens to that easy basket, so he didn't have to dribble, but just catch and lay it in.
The evolution of the young man's game of now becoming a facilitator, patient in the fast break, allowing Owens to get to the open spot.
Both trying to get rid of it to Robinson. They move it around. 3-pointer is an air ball by Tate. And out of bounds. Culver lost the handle this time. The outlet is sharp. Tracks it down and with the left hand. Culver cross courts it to the guy I just talked about, short on the 3. Tate baseline drive, hung in the air too long, had it swatted by Odiase. 64 career points and 1,080 career rebounds, and he's stuck on 3 points right now. They desperately need him to for you to be effective.
Yeah, and difficult to free yourself or get open when you're playing against Texas Tech because they're switching defenses. They're
4 on the shot clock. Edwards hoists one. Got to the rim, but that's all. Sharp feed underneath, the good one to Tate. Culver the cross court to Edwards, the extra pass. Moretti for 3. The rebound taken down by Walton. Walton pull up deep 3. Got it with the right hand. And he's got 27.
Brad, how about the hesitation there? Just
really smooth.
Boy, good movement by Moretti there. Working without the ball to get the catch and shoot opportunity. Very smooth.
And that should have been a foul on Owens, I think, on that 3-point.
For the North, excellent shots early. So you see defense, and then even when you get an opportunity, He can't have to force shots because the ball is going to eventually be in your hands, whether that's a lot in the first half or second half. So you can probe, pick, allow the offense to work, and then go after your shots.
Because he is great at creating the angle. And of course, Drew McDonald is only one of a number of guys who will defend him tonight.
Sharp, Tate, and the Player of the Year, Drew McDonald, averaged together over 47 points a game. And there's
has been the Norse. And the 7'1" Chris Vogt in the game last night. He was a huge factor.
13-4 lead in the opening moments. Wright State trailed just 2 minutes in their semifinal win. Strong take by Tate. Tournament. They went last year winning Motor City Madness against a Cinderella team in Cleveland State. This year, it's 1 versus 2 in Detroit. There's an Robinson in the game to go. Mark Hughes, who's the defensive stopper on this Wright State Raiders team, has his first 2 points.
They could use 10 or 12 or 14 points from him tonight.
Tate too strong on the 3. Love has the defensive read, 1 for 2. He has 4, and it's still a 13-point Northern Kentucky lead. Wright State, the best defense in the Horizon League. What do they do so well defensively?
Pack the lane.
Maybe that the only lead of the game for Wright State, the top seed coming in, was 2-0.
Well, I'm surprised that they're down 16. You know, that's the big thing, Rich. And a lot of it is because the Norse have controlled the tempo of this game, especially offensively.
Off the one of the night from Billy Wampler.
That's the shot he just hit that was waved off because of the foul inside. And remember, he's had success against this Norse team.
Tate, up and in.
Oh, he's got
But love for Fairleigh Dickinson.
as Seth Greenberg would understand, it's no LIU where his father starred in the heyday of the Blackbirds.
Here's Tate. Out of bounds. It's good.
Scott Nagy looking for a couple more stops, maybe a bucket or 2. Get this to single figures.
They tried a backdoor, and Wright State knocked it away.
Got to keep this guy out of the paint.
10 on the shot clock. Tate gets it in and gets it up and in.
That's what he does.
Here's Love working on McDonald. Pinned on the backdoor by Tate. Transition 3. Got it!
Of possessions, the second one took 1 second off the clock, so they reset it to 29.
And Northern Kentucky handles the Wright State pressure with ease. Still plenty of time for Wright State to get hot and get back in this. But it's getting to be about that time that you start looking at the seniors and their faces on the bench at a 40% plus clip from beyond the arc.
It's amazing for his size. He's made about 73s roughly this season because he gets so much done inside as well. Greg Arenda doing a great job there.
We were talking about it before we came on the air. There's been a ton of chalk in the conference championships. A lot of 1s versus 2s, but the 2s have prevailed very frequently. Murray State comes to mind, Liberty comes to mind. Now it could be FDU, and right in front of us, Northern Kentucky.
Well, both of these teams, I mean, both of these teams, 1-2, they shared the title.
Yeah.
Of course, Wright, I mean, both of these teams, 1-2, they shared the title.
Yeah.
Of course, Wright State has the automatic bid to the NIT. So if the Norse hang on, 2 teams will be going to prestigious postseason tournaments.
Nice take with the left hand, and Wampler lays it in.
Same thing. Little trap and press, and you may have to foul soon. And just hope they miss some, and you got to make them.
think they've been hoping that all night. It just hasn't come to fruition. Dynamite three-point shooter, and he knocks down his first of the night.
What a season for this young man out of Hilliard, Ohio, suburb of Columbus. He's been an instant starter.
For the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame went in with Jalen Rose, Jim Whelan, Dennis Rodman, and Andre Rison. That's quite a class. His Grizz off to a good start, 8-2. 16-15.
How about this, Rich? 12th time in 13 years this team has won 10 conference games.
Here's Tate. His first shot of the game, too strong. And the set, 9 wins 3 years ago, to a Horizon League tournament championship 2 years ago, and they won the regular season a year ago. Now they find themselves the number 2 seed and back in the Motor City Madness semifinals. Tate off the mark, weak side rebound, goes to Kamari Newman.
You talk to the coaches in the league, and especially Greg Campy, and the consensus is that in the last 10 games, he's been as good as any big man in the league.
Offensive rebound, Brechting, no. And now NKU wants to run.
Nice.
Euro step. And Jalen Tate has his first shirt
with an injury. But his first 2 years as a player, he's been outstanding. Tough play. Little run out.
And there's Walton. His third.
Newman can get his own shot. Sometimes it's not a great shot. That's a good example right there. Yeah, no, he's that kind of player. It's hot and cold. Local kid.
For three.
Yep. Norse are back in this game.
Norse to get back in this contest. They trail by just 9. And great defense from McDonald there.
Watch McDonald. Oh, nice.
And one opportunity for Jalen Tate, who the last couple of games
can't do anything about that. That's good defense.
15 for Javen Cumberland to lead all scorers. They go inside out. And Tate can't answer from the corner.
You see those hands, which meant that when he transferred, he could be eligible at any Division I school. Good defense.
Here's Sharp for 3.
Oh, yeah.
Right on cue.
Yep. Confident catch.
Thread the needle, and he did.
Yep. Really good catch by Brechting.
And Brechting with the rebound.
Basically giving away a 17-point lead.
Brechting again. This time he's blocked by Walton. Tate. No good. And Brechting and a Norse looking to advance to the Horizon League title game and take on the #1 seed Wright State Raiders. Got a long way to go in this semifinal. Tate misses the bunny.
Busy. Not this half.
Hill Mays turns it over.
Good D.
And Tate goes right at the Oakland defense and has an and-one opportunity. 3 fouls, still aggressive. Xavier Hill Mays off to the left.
Good challenge by Vogt. Just being 7-1 is good.
Tate. Under 11 minutes to go. The winner advancing to the Horizon League championship game and a date with #1 seed Wright State.
He can drive it, can he?
Kept his pivot foot in and out. And Oakland could jump.
Plus, it would help if he makes some shots.
The floater by Jalen Tate. Hill Mays, no.
Good challenge. That's 7'1". We talked about it earlier. That's nice.
Tate the lead for Vogt. And an easy 2 for the 7-footer. He got to play the early game in the semis.
That's exactly right. They're the #1 seed, so they get that luxury. And this game's going to end about 11:30 p.m. By the time the winner gets back to the hotel, it'll be 12:30, 1 o'clock. You put them to bed. You meet quick.
Hill Mays.
Yeah, they're getting shots now, the Golden Grizzlies, but almost like they're fatigued. I would pull this out. Oh, they're going to go deep. How about this guy? Yep.
And he's doing it at the right time for the Norse. And Northern Kentucky wants to pour it on now in the final 4 minutes.
Where is McDonald, right? He's out.
Tate, the floater no good. They're 9 seconds away from going to the championship game in the Horizon League.
This guy's going to get to the rim on a running start.
McDonald for the win. He got it! He got it!
upset win. Drop off into Tank Hemphill. 4 players on Tank. As he hits the deck, no call. We go the other way.
That was a clean block. Up top, Vogt did a great job of coming down and blocking it without fouling.
Vogt stands 7'1" as Tate hits one from the...
And you see Northern Kentucky does a great job shooting over 48%. You saw a Phoenix team the other night that was locked in and ready to go. And right now, this team, they look out of sorts offensively and defensively.
3 turnovers and a timeout.
4-7-1-7-5-7-5.
Back to live action here at the Resch Center. The Phoenix just turned it over again. 4 turnovers in this game. Only 1 shot taken for Green Bay. Now, they woke him up.
Yeah, let sleeping dogs lie, right? And McLeod did not necessarily shoot the ball well. He played well, but didn't shoot the ball well in the game the other day. So for the Phoenix, you got to be happy to see that and see the ball go in early for him.
Tate, 3-pointer is good. Cam Hankerson misses the shot.
And Coach Darner's asking for a foul. Now that is a foul in most games. Again, the last 2 conference games, the refs have really been letting the guys play. That's a nice driving kick.
Sophomore from Joliet, Illinois, knocks down the free throws. Trey Bell. Northern Kentucky goes back to work. Zanai Robinson into the ball game for the first time as well for the Norse. Tate working off a screen from McDonald. Patterson comes in. Manny Patterson. Robinson.
Hankerson got a clean look at it, just couldn't get it to drop.
Poked away for a moment, Cam Hankerson. Almost another turnover. Hankerson able to grab it, and then that ball's taken away from him. Sharp out on the break. Pipes tries to slow him down, but Sharp comes up with another 2. Well, 10 more minutes to go in this first half. A lot of basketball before you can get into that locker room and make any major adjustments.
Yeah. It's been the turnovers and just poor execution offensively.
Tate penetrates, throws up a shot. Hemphill with the rebound.
And so if you want to try to first pass, drive versus stack defense, is just not going to work for you. You got to get some reversals and trust your system. The head bump, I mean, it's a lot of contact. And McDonald, you can just tell, is not himself. But Tate is. 3 by Schwartz coming off the bench, knocking it, or coming back off of the bench, knocking it in.
Cody with some tough shooting nights the last couple of games.
He has. He was in the pregame shooting before, and he's making 5, 6, 7 shots in a row pretty consistently, so you know he's capable. Nice backdoor cut. Joke whoever.
Is it anything Sandy does at this point?
I'm just going to say that's nobody's fault but your own right there. That's tough, Tate. Woo, that's tough. Best player offensively.
Cohen throws one up, no good. Nelson with the rebound. Here comes Tate. Tate tacks a rare miss. Second chance opportunity, no good for the Norse. Northern Kentucky gets back quickly in the transition defense. The cloud miss, Sharp pushes. Tate, crowd wanted to travel.
Man, that could have. And he just said my favorite word, consistency. All I want. All I want is consistency. Call the fouls. Just want them consistent. Walton, speaking of consistent, wants to drive right.
Tate guarded by McLeod. Floater in the lane is good. Tate so good this season.
Into the other side. That little reverse layup for an easy 2. We're going to have another good ball game here, huh?
I like it. 2-point lead for Green Bay. Tate steps through.
Boy, that Euro step on his hip and disrupted his movement.
Sandy through the legs. Step back. Rattles out.
Boy, I don't know what else. On senior day, you can't get that roll. Good pass. My goodness, Tate looking at the off, and that's a big hit. He has not seen the ball go in very much the last couple of games, but hit a couple of big threes today, and that's all that really matters.
4-point lead for Green Bay. Drew McDonald almost had that one picked off by Hankerson. Tate goes to work. May have got away with a travel, and Hankerson with the steal.
Way down. It's a clean look, too. Been stuck at 54, 57 for a while now, Tate. You start to see this defense tighten up. Right on cue, huh? Tate knocks it down from...
Patterson had it for a moment, knocked away. Here comes Tate. Tony was looking for Odeki underneath. Closing in on the 9-minute mark. Joko threw it away. And then they get it right back.
And then McNair trying to dribble out of the traffic instead of just coming to a jump stop. You don't got a lot of shooting on the court for the Phoenix. McLeod and Cohen being really your only pure scorer. And Tate's in some type of group.
So 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Northern Kentucky, though, still leads 65-59. McDonald sitting on 7 points for the game. Gives it up to Tate. Why not?
Man, Tate. Wedge. Again, McDonald just not himself, not able to do it. Oh, my goodness. And Coach McDonald was trying to take a timeout and didn't get the call. Overall shooting 45%, 42% now with that miss. And I think Tate almost got that to drop. Need to easy points for the Phoenix. And then execution. Time is on your side right now, so let's work for a good shot and take care of the basketball.
8 on the shot clock. Tate kicks to McDonald. Seems to be a pretty good combination right there.
I don't understand when Hill or Bell able to collect it and get it to him.
22 points for Sandy Cohen.
And I don't know how everybody in this arena isn't standing up right now.
Tate in trouble. And Bell whistled for the seconds to play. Another tight one in Green Bay. Cohen launches a 3. And the long rebound tracked down by Sharp. Bell had the steal. It was going out of bounds. It's first place team in a matter of days. So here we go. Tate takes the inbound. 15 on the shot clock. Tate gets all the way home. Back to a 4-point lead.
Northern Kentucky in the solid black with the gold trim. Milwaukee in the home whites.
Northern Kentucky does an excellent job moving that basketball on the perimeter. Real quick passes and a lot of cutting by their offense.
Sharp looking to slash. There's the kick out. Extra pass. Faulkner open for 3. They've been 3, then went 10-1 to get off to a great start in conference play, and they've lost 4 of their last 7 coming in. Nice runner right there.
Contributing to the Norse.
Vance Johnson from downtown. Panthers on top by 2.
It's just really important for Milwaukee to get on the Norse early on because the Norse have actually struggled to defend on the road.
Here comes Barnes. Blocked from behind by Joko. The follow-up missed at the rim by Allen, and here comes Tate. Blocked by Abram. An easy 2 on the layup.
And you see Abram, he didn't go for the fake. He waited and timed that block perfectly.
Jalen Tate out front. Top of the key 3. Good block out, but then the rebound. Tarrant back into the ball game. Johnson to get it back. Rebound tipped by Robinson. Here comes Sharp. Tate slashing. Oh, nice move to get by Johnson. Amir Allen, 9 points. Out rebounding the Norse 20-8 with, again, Drew McDonald on the bench so far. And second chance points 11-2 in favor of the Panthers.
Milwaukee's bench outscoring the Norse right now 10-0 as well. So everyone contributing for Milwaukee here
Tate
tonight.
squares up at the elbow. The rebound. Watson, the smallest man on the floor, the rebound. Chris Vogt, the 7-footer, out there to move the ball to Sharp. Now Nelson. Here's Robinson. 10 to go on the shot clock. Tate into the lane. And a tough shot on the lead. And yes, it climbs the rim. The runner by Jake Wright. He has 7. Tate right back to Vogt for the flush. Going to work on Chris Vogt. Up and under. Vogt got a piece of it. And the rebound is taken off by Tate. On the run, he has numbers. Faulkner filling the lane for the left side.
Look inside.
Allen didn't get the roll. Tate on the run. Tate takes it in himself with the left hand.
He can get a basket or a couple of them in a hurry.
Yeah, he can generate his own baskets and doesn't need help. Vogt to Faulkner on the cut. Oh, good look to the back door, Tate. This is Tate. 7 minutes to go. The Norse lead by 3. Wright State is down 10 with about 3 minutes to go in Green Bay. A Norse win, a Wright State loss, and we've got a tie atop the conference. Tate on the runner.
The defensive, he's at a disadvantage defensively, and here you got
Joko on the steal and the follow by Tate. For Milwaukee here for the most part in the second half. Sharp in the corner for 3, side of the backboard. Have to get the loose ball, and they're unable to clear it, are the Panthers. Tate out front for Northern.
That's where you saw 3 Milwaukee defenders there. Just watch that basketball bounce right by them.
Tate scored and a foul.
certainly going to go down as the greatest player ever in Northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
And a nice move.
The Parker Ernst-Townsend that we've been waiting to see all season long. Jordan, he's only had 3 games in double figures. He's almost there now, and we're in the first half.
Jalen Tate on the drive and a strong move.
The offense attracting defenders to him so he can kick it back out to his shooters.
Bill Wampler had 15 first half points. He had a personal 13-3 run, which vaulted Wright State back into this game after they.
There's something that I just feel is a little odd about wearing your away uniforms at home. It just, I don't know. Maybe it's mental. Maybe it's me. I mean, that wasn't a thing when I was in college to wear all these different uniforms and all that. I wish it would have been. That's going to be a charge.
That would have been fun, right?
Yeah.
Both games also streaming live on the ESPN app. Jalen Tate from the wing misses the 3. Allen Best grabs it. This is coming up. The men's and women's tournaments. Top 4 seeds will host the quarterfinals at their home places, and then they go to Detroit to Little Caesars Arena for Motor City Madness, and you just never know what's going to happen.
Well, I know Greg Campy's sitting there thinking, really, bro? You really going to do that to me again? Just rubbing salt in the wounds again?
Sorry. Sign up now to start your free 7-day trial of ESPN Plus by downloading the ESPN app or visiting ESPN.com.
You know, it's worth it for the games, but then the original content you get is incredible. There's Jalen Tate, but he's...
Nope. Wow.
I know. We're not doing ourselves any favors. Oh, shit, Rob.
Well as Manette, but they are more likely to do that, and that is get to the basket, and DJ McCall gets the first bucket of the game for IUPUI. Tate flying down the floor and scores.
Again, if you're Jason Garchin as much as you can, because you don't want to go against this half-court 5-on-5 defense.
Manette also made 5 threes against Detroit Mercy. As a team, IUPUI made 11. That tied their season high in their 15-point victory against the Titans last time they played. Vote. Nice touch with the left hand. Five-out offense right now for Northern Kentucky. Backdoor cut, Tate.
Talked about their cutting by Sharp.
Turns down the three, but sticks the mid-range jumper.
In rhythm, you're coming down. You're not going 5-on-5. Just something secondary break. Got a hand, get to him.
Tate for three. Misses everything. That's a 6-point streak for IUPUI.
Yeah, because Jalen Manette just stayed with it. Great pressure, great pass.
Tate fouled. Elijah Goss picks up.
Well, how many times did they see that in high school where you feed the post? This time Hall going to the right.
By the way, exactly. A pair of hook shots for Hall over Vote. One with the left, the other the right. Extend the run for IUPUI, 16-3. Again, shot clock in the waning moments. And Tate, tough step through.
You got to play the hook. Either side, got to play the hook.
There is still a place for the Mikan drill in college basketball, given how Evan Hall is playing tonight.
Well said. So you're still zone little 2-3 straight zone rules. Guards take as much as they can. Got to keep it out of the post.
Tate, the floater.
That's your prop. That much space.
Double digits for Cam Justice in 22 consecutive games.
Not surprisingly, IUPUI went man-to-man, clear side for Grant Weatherford.
Blocked by Goss.
Got every bit of it.
Got out last year. Basically, of his 4 years in college, he had not played a game in 2 of them. So hence the reason he got an extra year back, just a sophomore. The run now 26-5 for IUPUI. Offensive foul.
Evan Hall steps in.
The Horizon League tournament. Last year, the Horizon League regular season champs. Manette, not that time. He was the offensive spark plug early in the first half for IUPUI. Tate, floater, no. McDonald, put back, no. Somehow found a way to get that ball to Nick Rogers. And Manette, as he so often does, finds a way to get the ball in the bottom of the net from three-point range. His first make of the night, but Walton wins the...
impressive first basket for Elijah Goss.
Well, you know, those are those kinds of energy plays, Greg, that get the crowd into it, your teammates into it. Got a mismatch now with Manette and McDonald, and with Tate and Ishmael.
Good move. Now Hall going to work.
Well, he likes to face up and go quickly.
Jump hook short.
Got numbers.
And Nelson will finish.
Coaches and the training staff felt like he was ready to go, and that's a big positive for Northern Kentucky.
Amir Allen missed that shot, and now it's Tate at the Horizon League logo short, and Allen gets
their point guard 6'2", but he's a long guard as well. So you're right, compared to Green Bay, a much taller, stronger, more physical team here with Milwaukee is Roy. Nice.
They got into the passing lane. Now who shoot on the other end? No good. And the rebound by Walton. Tate will push on the secondary break, loses control. His role with his team being the graduate transfer from Miami University.
Yeah, that's what Jake Wright does at 6'4". He's got great size on the perimeter. Anytime he has a little bit of space, Coach Baldwin wants him to put it up. We saw that nice stroke on that last three.
There's Tate driving baseline. The floater and the teardrop. Opposition for Milwaukee. They only have now 3 remaining players from the active roster last year, and that was after Carson Warren Newsom left the program at the semester break. They had 4, but it's been a struggle there. There's a three-pointer. And no good again. This time, McDonald just tears it away.
Yeah, McDonald is staying with it. Now Northern Kentucky looking to push, either tie up this game and take the lead.
There's 6:11 left to go before halftime. Tate drives on Roy, can't finish. McDonald in the trees, no good.
4 guys down there doing their job right now. I mean, I think Northern Kentucky's a team that really crashes the boards, especially when you look at McDonald, who lives on the offensive glass. But right now, Milwaukee's cleaning everything up. And when any Northern Kentucky player goes to the McDonald, who lives on the offensive glass, but right now, Milwaukee's cleaning everything up. And when any Northern Kentucky player goes to the rim, after Drew McDonald's three-point shot on the other end, Vance Johnson responds for Milwaukee with a three-point shot of his own.
There's Tate with it. He pulls up in front of Abram, wide left, and it knocks it down. They have enough time, and it comes up short.
One time off the floor before actually getting it. That's how it's done. Coach Baldwin loves to see that. Perfect textbook block out there from Will Sessoms.
There's Tate. The dump off to Walton, who lays it one more to Walton. And now it's McDonald who gets it back, and it's short. And Faulkner gets it back to McDonald, and Tate will try his luck. And a string of Northern Kentucky's 8-0 run. McDonald, long range, and Kentucky Abram. Long range, no, off the glass. Don't think he called it. That's why it doesn't go in. And now it's Tate with it. Tate will call his own number. Post and quiets the crowd for now.
Yeah, a much-needed bucket. Nice play there from Darius Roy on that basket. Just his 4th point this evening.
10-point Northern Kentucky lead. McDonald working on Johnson. They battled all night long. Down low to Tate.
Making a fantastic play on a defensive end, getting his hands on the ball, and then attacking quickly in transition and getting that layup over the taller McDonald.
10-point Northern Kentucky lead. Here's Walton on the block. And how about the baby? Well, that's what Milwaukee's going to have to do. They're going to have to make free throws when available. Get some stops. And scoring the other end. Tate with a floater, no good. Boat had it taken away. Take it.
Oh, tough shot there.
He knew better than to go at him.
Yeah.
The veteran player that Johnson is thought of a different way to attack Vogt. Now it's down to a 13-point Northern Kentucky lead. And here's Wright with a stick. Showing to his teammates, this is what you got to do. You got to strap it up.
Yep.
This is conference play. It's where the big boys live. They're living in the Horizon League right now, the BB&T Arena. There's McDonald with it. He gets it back. And there it is. Northern Kentucky just pushes him back on the ground. And then Tate just dribbled it off his own foot. Lays it up and in.
And that's what you need if you're Milwaukee. Quick buckets. Can't waste any time on the offensive end.
It's a 10-point Northern Kentucky lead. Tate gets it across. And now Sessoms will commit the foul. Northern Kentucky lead. Milwaukee picks up full court to McDonald. They got to foul him. They can't just pick and choose. And that'll pretty much do it. They get Tate. Lob pass down low to McLeod. No good. And it's Tate who ends up with the loose ball. Tate drives on Pipes and finishes.
As Tyler Sharp from Northern Kentucky was able to collect that steal. But Cohen's moving around well right now on the offensive end. He seems to be okay, so I wouldn't expect him to stay out of this game. And Coach Darden and Green Bay can't afford to have Sandy Cohen out. On the three-point line, they're going to attack you, but it's got to be all guys. Help side has to be there. Northern Kentucky was on that possession.
Tate might have created some space with the free hand. That's at least what the Green Bay bench felt like. Faulkner left side, or make that Sharp left side to McDonald. Now it's Faulkner. He'll drive. He'll kick it out to Tate, who's wide open for three. Rattles in and out.
On him in a one-on-one situation. Chris Vogt for Northern Kentucky. Nice job staying in the play. And Hemphill with the turnover.
Robinson brings it across, getting it to Vogt. There's Nelson with a nice screen. Joko. 10 on the timer. Tate will call his own number short.
And Cohen can do. He has the green light in one-on-one situation to make plays. It won't be the first time that you'll see Sandy Cohen take a shot like that this evening.
Nice no-look pass. Guarded by Faulkner.
Tough shot.
Oh, yeah, you talk about tough. And Coach Linkhorner knew it. He didn't like, by his juxtaposition, how that was executed coming out of a timeout. Down low, here is McDonald, who's back in the game. He just backs his man down. And that shot is good there. Travion Bell checked in during the timeout as well, number 13. And how about the floater by Tate?
Yeah, no shot, just attacking the basket. Nice shot by Bell there, getting into the game, making an impact immediately off the bench.
And now each team trading buckets. And come to expect that from Green Bay, but Northern Kentucky. Usually a better defense. He'll work on Bell. How about that up and under move? No good. The tip in no good by Tate. It'll go out of bounds. He had 12 rebounds down at Eastern Kentucky back in December, so he's looking to improve on that as well, as Northern Kentucky will have the ball first here to begin the second half. A nice slash to the basket by Tate, but he can't second half start in place of here. Well, here's McDonald for three, no good.
Faulkner tracks it down.
So Northern Kentucky will reset. And Tate off the glass, no good. Walton crashes the boards, but it's Tate who ends up reset. And Tate off the glass, no good. Walton crashes the boards, but it's Tate who ends up.
Tate, they're staying with it on the offensive glass. Second chance points. Northern Kentucky's dominating that as well. 15 for Northern Kentucky and 0 for Green Bay.
And there's the stick.
He looked surprised.
He was very surprised and maybe even more shocked. Here is Tate who gets the inbound. Let's see if they go after Hankerson again. Nice screen there by Vogt, and instead it's McNair. Bonus, and that's a good way for them to get back into this game.
Well, Green Bay is capable of scoring at a high clip. You don't average 85 a game for nothing, but turnovers are not going to help.
Nelson with a steal to Tate, and he takes it strong. Now Green Bay will pick up with a full court man-to-man. And they jump the dribbler. And
McNair and Cohen on the double team on the trap right there on Tate, and Cohen showing off his bounce.
So they kind of lull Tate and jump him right there, and he throws that one away. So that's back-to-back possessions. Northern Kentucky.
Drew in.
Of course, they had Darius Garland get hurt in the first couple games, and they play in that arena where the benches are on the baseline, so it's a unique situation.
Watching him tonight.
Andy Patterson returns. Saw him briefly in the first half. Coming off shoulder surgery is Patterson. A starter last year. Here's Tate. No good. Patterson ends up with a rebound. Green Bay is back in this one.
Yeah, we hadn't called McLeod's name on the offensive end in a little while. That's a big-time shot. And Green Bay hasn't been down under 10 since the first half.
The kick out. The Tate for three. Got
Needed
it. Get on their feet here. Hankerson inside the arc. No good. And it's Sharp with a rebound.
Yeah, Northern Kentucky more than willing right now on the offensive end. Just take your time right now. 11-point lead, 5 minutes. Green Bay's hit some shots here recently. Take your time, get a good bucket. You see Jalen Tate gets to the at this point, gives some guys on the bench who haven't had as many opportunities to get into real live game action. Give them the opportunity to play right now. Down 17, Northern Kentucky's at home. They're not going to relinquish a lead that's already extended this late into the second half. So maybe a little bit earlier than what I had expected, but not surprised.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't get any easier for them. They got to go up to Fairborn and play Wright State on Saturday. Northern Kentucky will host Milwaukee, and Tate.
That Green Bay was going to get back into the game. Northern Kentucky made a play. They got a steal like they did right here. And they've been able to take care of the ball. Done a really nice job on both ends. Taking care of business defensively. Forcing Green Bay into a high number of turnovers, and offensively just taking care of business. And Chris Thote, we've talked about him, but he has been special.
Northern Kentucky now just going to try to bleed out the clock, hitting 79-61. Long three-pointer for Walton.
Hill from Stefan Kimmich. Basket by 3! Basket by Jalen Tate. Basket by Jalen. One minute to go, second half.
March Madness, and it turned out to be Scott Nagy's Wright State club. But Northern Kentucky won the Horizon League regular season title, and they're going to be real strong yet again. 13-4 on the year and 3-1 in the league.
I think the common theme, Jordan, that you could see with both of these teams and why they excelled is that they both commit to defense. You're looking at two of the stronger defensive teams in the league.
Wright State sending the double team over to Drew McDonald. Allen Best. Look at another shot. Got a few offensive rebounds early in this game, Jordan.
These two teams are going to fight defensively. Top two in scoring defense in the league.
Of course, growing up around here, one of the schools definitely I considered going to. Had I gone there, I might have a national championship ring.
Yeah, this has been a real good program.
Good play by Wampler. Simple play. Power dribble, quick ball fake, the pump fake, and go back up strong. You don't have to come in and try to do a lot. As we mentioned after that UIC game, such a poor shooting performance. You got to start with the fundamentals again. And that means drive. Try to get close to the basket. Make it easy for him.
Here's Jalen Tate into the paint and puts. Drew McDonald's going to go down as one of the all-time greats that's ever played here in Northern Kentucky. Inside, the miss. 10 to shoot now for Wright State.
Great screen and roll action from Cole Gentry and Loudon Love, who can't convert.
And NKU keeps. Near steal from the Raiders. Jalen Tate going in, gets the bucket and right to the rim.
He's so smooth at getting to the rim. Mark Hughes having an excellent night tonight. He missed one shot.
McCord is a young player when Mark was working as the radio analyst following his playing career and would get to shoot hoops with the Tyler Sharp, certainly an effort guy for this team. Now second in minutes for Northern Kentucky. Here's Tate going to the bucket.
Bill Wampler, hang time himself.
There's Tate trying to get some hang time on Hughes. Puts it in over McDonald. Loudon Love now with 14. Tate into the paint. Nice. When you played, how much trash were you talking?
Okay, I didn't start it. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
If somebody started with me,
you weren't like, I'm
not
sinking
going
this
to
J
stop.
over you.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to prove it with my game, and then after I do that, I'm going to let you know, and I won't stop letting you know.
Nice.
Just you're going to push the button. It's go time.
Here's Hughes underneath. Now Ernsthausen from deep off target, and the rebound comes to Tate. Tate, the drive and the foul. Tate, the drive on Best and puts it.
Love for Loudon here tonight in this building.
Jalen Tate, 12 of his 17 points in the second half. Feeds inside, Faulkner puts it in.
All at the same time, did like a bicep curl.
Yeah. I think you'd probably get a tech for bench pressing the opposing player.
I'd like to see that.
Out there.
Hey, it'd be worth it.
And a long take and ties the game.
Now really selling the hesitation. Oh my goodness, Tate! You don't know what he's going to do, and that's what makes him so good. He doesn't give it away with his face, with his body. He is a master poker player out there on the basketball floor.
Knotted up at 62 yet again. And Drew McDonald.
Nice sliding move by Antoine Davis once again. Keeping pace with his early start that he had last game as well. And McFauley, prep school. He's open to start things here, just off to the right. Tate, good pass down low for Vogt for the. Gets some time on the bench. As Drew McDonald.
It's special for the Titans if he can continue to keep doing that.
McFauley is yet to score in the ball game here today. They'll stay that way as it squeaks into the hand of Drew McDonald. They want to run the floor. Tate slivers inside. 29-24, NKU, just over 6 minutes left to play. And Hamrick from the...
Amazing. From top speed to a complete stop.
Isiani battling big time with McDonald in the post. They work it back into the hands of Tyler Sharp. Joko, still 12 to shoot here. McDonald double teamed heavily there by King. As a spinning off a block. He's a guy that's only averaging about 13 a game, minutes-wise. He's been good in the post. Back to the outside, Rain.
Basketball, but still, that's good hustle.
Those are the kind of plays that Brandon will bring to you. It's the reason why he's his young freshman year. Davis, another crossover. Pinged high off the iron as Jalen Tate brought it down. On a hole. A good seal-off job by NKU to keep it here. Tate to McDonald. Turnaround hook, and that falls through. That's been money today.
It's pretty hard and strong.
Steal here by Tate to the outside. Sharp for three. Lights it up again. Certainly learning on the fly in his first season. Been taking a lot of rebounds in practice. Coach has high hopes for him if he develops as Faulkner.
To get in there and finish in traffic.
Now still without a shoe is Bo Gajul. It's been that way for about a minute's worth of time. Tate to the far side, leaning in, and he's able to...
Pointers.
McFoley saw some contact after that one. Frustrated he didn't get a call as nearly committed a foul on Jalen Tate. Tate rolls back to the outside now for Walton, and he's able to light up another.
Come home and grab one.
Easy two once again for Tyler Sharp.
job recruiting for Tom Crean at Indiana, getting himself a second chance at head coaching. He had previously been at Wyoming in the late 90s, and now he's with UIC, and he's putting a smile to both of our faces.
And he got that big win in the NCAA tournament, Wyoming, against Gonzaga, who's on a 14-game offense.
Here's Ferguson for three. No good, and a high kickoff, and Sharp pulls it down.
Yeah, but that's how UIC wants to play. They want to drive, they want to attack angles, and if they have open looks from the perimeter, especially when it's guys like Ferguson and Godwin, they are not going to hesitate if they have a little bit of space at the three-point line.
Tate trying to get it into Walton, posting up. He does. He works on Diggins, and he throws it back out, and now under 10 on the shot clock. 4. Tate will call his own number. He's short.
But both those guys entering the game are shooters for UIC.
Of course, Travell, Washington, 6 foot not.
High for Coach McClain that he feels like he can be a guy in those pick and pop situations to really stretch the floor. You know, standing at 6'9", he can really shoot from the perimeter, shooting almost 50% so far this season.
Tate draws
It's more a Blount's game. He wants to kind of attack from the perimeter. Doesn't like to play as much offensively with his back to the basket.
Sinai Robinson checked in during the previous stoppage of play. Back in for Northern Kentucky. Here's Tate at the elbow. Godwin Bowen knocks one down right in Jalen Tate's face. And the Flames go back up by 4.
Yeah, Godwin Bowen is a shooter. Another guy that's just under 40% from the three-point line. He and Ferguson are the two guys from 3. You really
set up Jacob Wiley in the game as well for UIC, number 3, as that one's missed by a Hale. Tate gets it back from Vogt. Vogt, top of the key, needs help. He hands off. Northern Kentucky with some good ball movement here as Tate drives around the score.
But able to knock those ones down.
Ferguson returns for UIC. As Sinai Robinson will run the point now for Northern Kentucky. Guarded by Bowen. This UIC team with an international flair as well. There's a long three-pointer by Tate. As you take a look at Steve McClain, he worked. His team not only went to overtime, but he worked overtime Friday night at Wright State.
Well, the blazer was off early for Coach.
Come back.
Brady, I'm going to credit you for getting the score table there back up.
I thought there was a shining light that came out of the monitor when that came up as soon as I said that, right? On this shot, Northern Kentucky has it back. Tate. Won the game. He gets the ball here. And no good, a little too strong on the finish, and Walton gets the rebound. Now it's Tate who's back in. Walton steps into a screen from Wiley. Diggins out of the corner. That was wide right. Fans will let him know about it. And Walton again for 3. And Faulkner. Howard for 3. Long arcing shot is wide right. And it's rebounded by the Norse.
Yeah, and Howard just didn't look comfortable shooting that shot. He shot really well on the year, but you got to think him not being.
Now UIC looked like they picked up man-to-man, and this fell asleep. And Faulkner. Ferguson, a preseason second-team Horizon League selection. There's Walton with it. Top of the key. He finds Tate.
But give a lot of credit to Northern Kentucky. They have made life difficult on UIC and made them execute in the half court, and they really struggled.
There's Tate driving on Ferguson.
one of John Sally's favorite quotes is, "Why pass when you can shoot?"
That's right.
And Travell Washington and myself, when I played, take that slogan to heart.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, why would you pass it?
It's called the Y plan, Brady.
That's
photos. We see Audi with a nice drive to the rim and a finish with his offhand.
Well, Northern Kentucky will now have an opportunity to take the last possession. And I thought John Brandon was going to call timeout once they crossed the timeline. Instead, they will not. As Tate will wait for the right moment to start the offense. He's guarded by Diggins.
They got some space.
On the switch.
That's a poor decision on the perimeter to fight Drew McDonald the way he did to pick up that foul.
So Rob Howard will check in. Walton. Now they're in the block. Howard will try his. Oh, nice cut there by.
Last three, so Marcus Adi's been keeping the Flames in this ball game.
Misses the first free throw, or his only free throw, as he was going for the three-point play. And Faulkner drives into Faulkner and makes him pay.
Yeah, and a nice job there from Ferguson, who's been struggling from the field and shooting from the three-point line. Getting the basket right there, posting up on Faulkner. Ferguson, nice job using his strength and his size to finish.
Tate drives baseline, runs into traffic, and loses it. Still on the ground. And still on the ground.
Nobody wants it.
The spin, he kicks it out to Ferguson, who's open. No good, and McDonald gets the rebound. And that continues a streak of UIC with 0 offensive rebounds. Tate for Walton.
Good luck.
One more pass to Tate. He'll drive. And
I see being out of position, getting to the basket, just really patient on the finish, and now making a play defensively as well. Jalen Tate with the strip, and he's back at it on offense, and the drop.
Inadvertently, Steve McLean, he picked the timeline, which is the half-court line, as the coach's box, and the official.
This game offensively stepping up for the Flames, and giving them a little bit of life here in the second half.
He worked off a screen from Rob Howard, who is back in the game. He's wearing 22 in red. There is by Ferguson, and a better finish by Wiley.
Yeah, beautiful no-look pass there from Tarkus Ferguson. Wiley, good job, not just standing at the corner, but realizing that his defender lost eyes on him, attacked to the rim, and Ferguson just with a beautiful drop-down pass.
The handoff to Tate. He goes straight for the rim.
The Flames, he's under the attack in the rim, picking up fouls, hitting three-point shots. I mean, his energy has been there throughout this whole game.
Adi, 18 points tonight. That's 2 above his average. He's a Canadian, but played at the Spire Academy up in Geneva, Ohio, which, of course, is over the course of his career, and he misses the second one. Part of that first wave of players that Steve McLean has brought in. Northern Kentucky lead by 11 with the ball. Tate with it. He drives.
NKU team makes about nearly 9 threes per game. Jennifer. Justin Jennifer comes off the little rub screen off the high post, flashes underneath with his hands in the air. He said, "It's my birthday. Get me the ball." Long three. Tate, short. Guard doesn't turn the ball over. Now he has the #1 assist to turnover ratio in college basketball.
Trayvon Scott takes a seat. Cumberland takes a seat. Williams back into the game for the Bearcats. And it goes.
The next 6 years, you're going to get a chance to develop a love-hate relationship with NKU, because when a team's this good and you're not getting the calls you want, it's going to be some love lost. His offensive rebounding, he's got 8 points already to start the game. They put in Rashawn Fredericks now. Gives you another versatile defender.
12-0 run for the Bearcats. Zanai Robinson off to Sharp. Here's McDonald with Williams right in his face. Jalen Tate spin on the block.
NKU's got to get something going on here. Kane almost had his third steal.
Vogt inside off the glass. 4th turnover for UC. Jalen Tate. And
he's drew 5 fouls on offensive rebounds. People trying to block him out.
Walton again for 3. This one long off the iron. Rebound. Tate. Put back. No.
The most dangerous guy on the floor is the guy with the ball.
Tate will try.
He's drew 5 fouls on offensive rebounds. People trying to block him out.
Walton again for 3. This one long off the iron. Rebound. Tate. Put back. No.
The most dangerous guy on the floor is the guy with the ball.
Tate will try.
It's just superior.
Perfect 10 for 10 from the line for Trayvon Scott. 38-21 Bearcats. An impressive performance so far. Tate going on him. Rebound.
And jumped up and shot over him, knowing that McDonald could not block it.
We talked about it in the open. The growth of these 3 new starters, including Trayvon Scott, the more and more playing time they get, the more they grow, and he has been impressive tonight. And there is a...
He won't live that one down.
Still laughing about it a little bit. 18-point lead for the Bearcats. Turnovers have evened up. NKU with 7, Cincinnati with 5.
Cumberland down low against Bach. Let's see how this works out. Cumberland just pushing him off the block.
Tate strong to the hole.
Coach Cronin didn't like that early shot attempt. Catch still with a sizable lead, up by 17.
NKU desperately wanting to get McDonald going. Tate. Keith Williams tough to the hole, can't get it off the glass.
So he uses his left hand. His left hand, he goes from right to left and scoops it, he's got a layup.
Decided to go with the reverse, and Tate.
Look at that defensive pressure.
Deflection, but right back to NKU. McDonald from 3. They cleared it out for Cumberland. Cross-court pass taken away. Back-to-back turnovers for UC. And a foul.
It's such a physical style.
Finally, Scott off the mark from the free throw stripe.
The Bearcats play such a physical style that they will get you in foul trouble. Elias Osemi plays with so much heart and passion. He's a guy that you'd love to have on your squad.
Jalen Tate off the iron.
Ball to me, I don't jump, and it goes out of bounds. I run back down the floor, Nick goes, that's your one.
McDonald working inside, and Brooks denies.
Good rebound by Keith. The patience of Job. He caught that ball, pump fake. Let everybody run down. Choose a nice 15-footer under control.
Trayvon Scott has come up a little limp a couple of times in this game, just signaled to the bench that he needs to come out.
He's not coming out. Coach didn't even look at him.
He's limping around in there. Still active.
The catch and pivot with the right-hand finish. Could have put it up with the left, but he can choose because he's ambidextrous.
Sharp again.
Shoulders, thunderous dunk there. You're right, there was no backside help there. Shot no good there by Bamba attacking McDonald early on. McDonald with a little foul trouble last night. Had to go offense-defense late in that game, and had some minutes minimized for that reason.
Tate with it left side. He'll drive to the basket and is down the board. It's Northern Kentucky with a 1-point lead here. Glad you joined us here on Fox Sports Ohio. The first of 5 Northern Kentucky games to be played on the net.
Good action there by Coastal Carolina. Burton's got that ability. We talked about him as a junior college performer.
Tate calls his own number from long range. It's too strong, and Walton goes out of his area to rebound. And now at the Marshall University, a 1,000-point score, played for Billy Donovan. And pretty much started on the Billy Donovan coaching tree thanks to Anthony Grant. The conclusion of this great event. Here's Burton. Put it on his hip. Can't convert there. McDonald. Now swinging around down in the corner. Now the drive by Tate and a whistle. In transition, but they don't have the numbers. So Sharp pulls up for 3. No good. Tate. Got it. And Coastal Carolina scores the half's first 5 points, and they take the lead.
That was a nice, pretty shot by Pierce.
And Tate.
Walton coming in and cleaning up that board.
McDonald 4-3 short, and it's Tate with the offensive board. And nice feed into the post to Cuthbertson.
Doubled.
And Faulkner was able to cause havoc on the help defense.
You know, I saw that earlier in the week, and Cuthbertson looked uncomfortable against a double, and he did that time as well.
Tate. And Coastal Carolina retakes the lead 49-48.
They are shooting lights out right now.
Walton for 3. Got it. He's going to stay in there. He's a freshman. He doesn't want to give up any PT right now. Tate drives. No good. And everything going Northern Kentucky's way right now. Tate over to Sharp. He'll launch and fire. And he'll
player nonetheless.
And quiets the crowd momentarily, making both free throws. And he now is in double digits with 10. Their leading scorer tonight is in Coastal Carolina. And he now has 14 points.
Coastal going to pick up the pressure here. Haven't seen a whole lot of this from them.
Makes the free throws, and he's up to 12 points. And now again, the pressure shown by Coastal Carolina. So Tate will bring it up. He'll get it back from McDonald, and now Tate will run the offense, and Robinson will play off the ball. So he has it on the right side. He'll pull up for 3. Really tried to step up their schedule and really couldn't, because nobody was going to go into their place and take an L.
Yeah, and these games are necessary too for your bottom line. You know, you need to generate some revenue, and some of the buy games, and some of them just don't exist anymore. The opportunities don't exist.
McDonald right back at you.
Hey, these young guards from Coastal Carolina, they keep coming at you.
It's a Northern Kentucky leads by 5 with the ball. They get it across the timeline, and now Coastal has to think about fouling, and they do.
Yeah, and